Nestled between the towering peaks of the Greater and Lesser Caucasus Mountains lies a land of breathtaking beauty and ancient secrets. This is Georgia, a country etched into the very crossroads of Europe and Asia. Its geography is a dramatic tapestry of snow-capped summits, lush river valleys, and sun-drenched coastlines along the Black Sea. For millennia, this strategic position has made it a bridge, a prize, and a sanctuary. Here, the winds of east and west have met, mingled, and sometimes clashed, shaping a culture of extraordinary resilience and depth. It is a land where every mountain pass and winding river tells a story of survival and connection. This unique placement has been both a blessing and a curse. Great empires have long cast their shadows over this small nation. Romans, Persians, Arabs, Mongols, Ottomans, and Russians have all marched across these lands, each leaving their indelible mark. Yet Georgia has never been merely a passive stage for the dramas of others. It has absorbed influences, adapted them, and woven them into its own distinct identity. This constant interplay of forces has forged a national character that is fiercely independent, deeply hospitable, and profoundly connected to its ancient roots. The mountains themselves seem to stand as silent guardians, preserving a culture that refuses to be erased. Imagine standing on a high ridge, looking out over the Alazani Valley. The air is crisp, carrying the scent of wild herbs and damp earth. Below, a patchwork of vineyards stretches as far as the eye can see, cradled by the formidable wall of the Caucasus. This is not just a landscape, it is a living history book. It is a place where nature and humanity have been entwined for thousands of years in a delicate and enduring dance. The very soil seems to hum with the echoes of ancient feasts, forgotten kingdoms, and the quiet, persistent work of generations who have called this remarkable land their home. This is the stage upon which one of humanity's most cherished stories began. It is a story not of kings and conquests, but of something far more intimate and universal. It is the story of the grape. Long before the great civilizations of Greece and Rome toasted their gods with wine, the people of this land were cultivating the wild vine. They were learning its secrets, transforming its fruit into a liquid that would come to symbolize celebration, spirituality, and life itself. Here in the heart of the Caucasus, humanity first fell in love with wine, a love affair that has now lasted for 8,000 years. In the quiet archaeological sites of Georgia's Qvevri region, something extraordinary was uncovered. Scientists carefully brushed away the soil of millennia from fragments of ancient pottery. These were not just any clay shards. Chemical analysis revealed the telltale traces of tartaric acid, the fingerprint of grapes and wine. Dated to around 6,000 BC, these discoveries pushed back the known origins of winemaking by centuries. It was a profound revelation. Here in these Neolithic villages, our ancestors were cultivating grapes and fermenting their juice, beginning a tradition that would circle the globe. It was the dawn of viticulture.
What we found is not just the oldest evidence of wine. It is the evidence of a culture built around wine. The sheer number of grape pips, the specialized pottery, it all points to a people who had domesticated the wild Eurasian vine, Vitis vinifera sativa. They were not just gathering wild fruit. They were farmers, innovators. They were laying the foundation for a relationship with the vine that would define their identity for the next 8 millennia. It is a connection that is almost genetic.
This was not a fleeting experiment. It was the beginning of a deep, unbroken tradition. These early people developed a unique method for making and storing their wine, a technique so effective that it is still used today. They understood that to make good wine, you must work with the earth, not against it. They looked to the soil not just to grow their grapes, but also to nurture their wine, to protect it and allow it to transform. This ancient wisdom passed down from one generation to the next, became the cornerstone of Georgian life and culture, a sacred trust held for thousands of years. The evidence is overwhelming. Georgia is, without question, the cradle of wine. The word for wine itself, Qvevri, is believed to be the root from which the word has spread into countless other languages. This is not merely a point of national pride for Georgians, it is a fundamental part of who they are. To understand Georgia, one must understand its wine. It flows not just in their glasses, but through their history, their poetry, their songs, and their souls. It is the lifeblood of the nation, a gift from their ancestors, and a legacy they continue to share with the world. At the heart of Georgia's 8,000-year-old winemaking tradition is a remarkable vessel, the Qvevri. These are not simply barrels or tanks. They are enormous, egg-shaped clay amphorae, handmade by master craftsmen using ancient techniques. A Qvevri is a living thing, a womb for the wine. Once shaped and fired in a kiln, it is coated on the inside with beeswax and then buried completely in the earth, with only its neck protruding from the floor of the winery, known as a marani. This subterranean cellar provides a constant cool temperature, allowing the wine to ferment and age in perfect stability. The process is one of natural magic. Grapes, often along with their skins, stems and pips, are crushed and poured into the Qvevri. The natural yeasts present on the grape skins kickstart the fermentation. The vessel's conical shape plays a crucial role. As fermentation proceeds, the solid matter, the skins and pips, known as chacha, is constantly circulated by the rising carbon dioxide. This allows for the gentle extraction of color, tannins and flavor compounds, giving Georgian Qvevri wines their distinctive character, structure, and amber or deep red hues. It is a method of beautiful simplicity and profound complexity.
You must feel the clay. It has a memory. Each Qvevri has its own voice, its own soul. It takes weeks to build one, layer by layer, coil by coil. There are no machines, only hands and knowledge passed from my grandfather to my father, and from my father to me. We are not just making a pot, we are creating a home for the wine. It must be strong enough to hold the pressure, yet porous enough to breathe.
Once fermentation is complete, the solid matter slowly settles to the pointed bottom of the Qvevri, forming a natural filter. The wine above clarifies naturally, aging on its lees for months, sometimes years. This extended skin contact and slow, stable maturation in the earth is what makes Qvevri wines so unique. It is a pure expression of the grape and the land. In 2013, UNESCO recognized the ancient Georgian traditional Qvevri winemaking method as an intangible cultural heritage of humanity, a testament to its enduring importance and the wisdom of its creators. Georgia's story is one of incredible survival, and nowhere is this more evident than in its vineyards. The country is home to over 500 indigenous grape varieties, a staggering diversity found nowhere else on Earth. This botanical treasure trove is a direct result of Georgia's geography and history. The Caucasus Mountains acted as a natural barrier, isolating the region and protecting its ancient vines from the diseases, such as phylloxera, that devastated European vineyards in the 19th century. This isolation created a kind of viticultural arc, preserving a genetic library of grapes that stretches back to the dawn of winemaking. This survival was not just a matter of luck. It was a conscious act of cultural preservation. Throughout centuries of invasion and occupation, Georgian monks painstakingly cultivated and catalogued these grape varieties in monastery vineyards. For them, wine was not merely a beverage, it was a sacred element of the Orthodox Christian liturgy and a symbol of national identity. In times of oppression, tending to the saperavi, rakatsiteli, or mitzvane vines was an act of defiance, a quiet insistence that Georgian culture would endure. Each grape variety tells a story of a specific region, a specific flavor, a specific piece of the Georgian soul. The Soviet era presented one of the greatest threats. Moscow's central planners demanded mass production, not diversity. They ordered vineyards to be ripped up and replanted with a mere handful of high-yield, approved grape varieties. Hundreds of ancient, unique vines were pushed to the brink of extinction. Yet, even during this dark period, defiant farmers and scientists kept the old varieties alive in small, hidden plots and research institutes. They understood they were the custodians of a priceless heritage, and they risked their livelihoods to protect it for future generations. It was a silent botanical rebellion.
To lose a grape variety is like losing a word from our language. It diminishes our ability to tell our story. My mission is to find these forgotten vines, the Jani, the Simonasuli, the Meskuri Mitzvan, and give them a voice again. Each one offers a different taste of our land, a different connection to our past. We are not just making wine, we are rebuilding our library of flavors.
To walk through Georgia is, honestly, to walk through layers of history, recorded not in books, but in stone. The country's architecture is a dramatic chronicle of its triumphs, its faith, and its unyielding will to survive. High on a rocky bank overlooking the Qvevri River stands Tbilisi, the Lord's Fortress. This is one of the oldest urban settlements in Georgia, a sprawling cave city carved directly into the sandstone cliffs. Dating back to the early Iron Age, its winding tunnels, rock-hewn chambers, and pagan temples tell of a time before Christianity, a time of fire worship and ancient rituals. It is a powerful, ghostly reminder of Georgia's deep past. Then came the cross. The arrival of Christianity in the 4th century transformed Georgia forever, and its architecture became a testament to this profound new faith. In the heart of the ancient capital, Mosketa, stands Svaneti Qvevri Cathedral, the Cathedral of the Living Pillar. According to legend, it is built over the burial site of Christ's mantle. Rebuilt and expanded over centuries, its magnificent stone walls have witnessed coronations, royal weddings, and the turmoil of invasions. It is the spiritual heart of the nation, a symbol of the fusion of royal power and divine faith that has defined Georgia for over 1,500 years. Perhaps the most astonishing of these stone chronicles is Vardzia. This is not simply a monastery, it is a vertical city, a fortress against invasion, carved into the side of a mountain in the 13th century during Georgia's golden age under Queen Tamar. It once contained over 3,000 apartments on 13 levels, complete with a throne room, a pharmacy, and a complex irrigation system. When Mongol invaders swept across the land, the monks of Vardzia could retreat into their mountain stronghold, pulling up the hidden entrances behind them. It is an awe-inspiring feat of engineering and a powerful symbol of Georgian resilience and ingenuity in the face of overwhelming odds. These sites are more than just historical monuments. They are living parts of the national consciousness. They are places of pilgrimage, of national pride, and of quiet contemplation.
When Georgians look at these walls, they don't just see old stones. They see the faces of their ancestors. They feel the presence of Queen Tamar, the faith of Saint Nino who brought Christianity, the defiance of the monks at Vardzia. This architecture connects them directly to their past. It reminds them that they come from a long line of survivors, of builders, of believers. These stones are their story.
In Georgia, a feast or Supra is far more than just a meal. It's, a profound cultural ritual, a rich and complex performance that binds together family, friends, and community. The table groans under the weight of countless dishes, glistening khachapuri, that cheese-filled bread pulling apart in those satisfying strings. Succulent khinkali, those spiced meat dumplings you eat by hand. Vibrant salads of walnuts and pomegranates, and of course, smoky grilled meats. But the food, as magnificent as it is really only the backdrop. The true purpose of the Supra is communication, the strengthening of bonds and the celebration of life itself, all orchestrated through wine and words. The atmosphere is just electric, filled with conversation, laughter, and song. It is a democratic and inclusive event. Everyone, from the oldest patriarch to the youngest child, has a place and a voice. The Supra is where news is shared, problems are solved, friendships are forged, and memories are made. It's honestly a powerful antidote to the isolation of modern life, a reminder of the deep human need for connection. In a world that often feels fragmented, the Supra stands as an act of deliberate community building, a way of reaffirming that we are all in this together. It is a feast for the soul as much as for the body. Wine, of course, is the essential lubricant of the Supra. It's not just sipped idly, but is consumed in a structured way, always following a toast. The wine, often a homemade vintage from the family's own Qvevri, is really seen as a sacred medium. It's the blood of the earth, a liquid that opens the heart and allows for honest and meaningful expression. As the glasses are raised again and again, barriers just fall away. People speak from the heart, sharing their hopes, their sorrows, and their gratitude. The wine helps to elevate the gathering from a simple meal to something deeply spiritual and, well, transformative. The Supra is a microcosm of Georgian culture. It embodies the nation's legendary hospitality, its love of life, its deep respect for tradition, and its emotional openness. A guest at a Supra is considered a gift from God, and they are treated with incredible warmth and generosity. To be invited to a family Supra is to be given a glimpse into the very heart of Georgia. It's an experience that stays with you long after the last plate has been cleared and the last song has been sung. A powerful testament to the enduring importance of food, wine, and fellowship in knitting together the fabric of human society. Presiding over every Supra is a vital figure, the tamada, or toastmaster. This is not just the person who proposes the toasts. They are the philosophical and emotional leader of the feast. The role is an honor and a great responsibility, requiring wit, eloquence, and a deep understanding of human nature. The tamada is chosen by the host or the guests, and once appointed, their authority is absolute. They guide the evening's emotional journey, using a series of toasts to weave together themes of family, homeland, peace, love, and remembrance. A good tamada can make a simple dinner feel like a profound spiritual event. The toasts are structured and follow a traditional order. The first is always to God, giving thanks for life and for the gathering. This is followed by a toast to Georgia, the homeland. Then the tamada will toast to peace, a deeply felt wish in a country that has known so much conflict. From there, they will move to more personal subjects, toasts to the parents, to the children, to the memory of those who have passed away, to the women who prepared the feast, to guests, and to the reason for the gathering. Each toast is a short, improvised speech, a piece of spontaneous poetry that connects the universal to the personal.
The tamada is a bridge between the past and the present, between the people at the table, and between the table and the divine. My job is not just to say cheers, my job is to make people think, to make them feel. With each toast, I try to open a new door in their hearts. A toast to our ancestors reminds us where we come from. A toast to our children reminds us why we live. It is a great art. You must be a poet, a philosopher, and a psychologist all at once.
After the tamada delivers a toast, everyone at the table raises their glass and drinks. It's a collective act of affirmation, an agreement with the sentiment expressed. The toasts are not rushed. There are long pauses between them for food, conversation, and, quite often, polyphonic singing. The songs, like the toasts, are filled with emotion and history. This intricate dance of words, wine, and music is what gives the Supra its unique power. It is a living tradition that elevates a meal into a moving and unforgettable celebration of what it means to be human, connected and alive. In the bustling streets of Tbilisi and the quiet villages of Kakheti, a fascinating synthesis is taking place. Modern Georgia is a vibrant landscape where ancient traditions and cutting-edge innovations coexist and enrich one another. The younger generation, deeply proud of their heritage, is finding new and exciting ways to express their Georgian identity. They are not abandoning the past, they are reimagining it for the 21st century. This blend of old and new is creating a dynamic cultural scene that is attracting attention from around the world. It's a new vintage built on an ancient rootstock. This is, wonderfully visible in the world of wine. While many winemakers are passionately reviving the 8,000-year-old Qvevri method, they are doing so with a modern understanding of science and hygiene. They are combining ancestral wisdom with contemporary knowledge to create wines of incredible purity and complexity. Alongside these traditionalists, a new wave of vintners is experimenting with modern techniques, creating sleek, European-style wines that showcase the unique character of Georgian grapes in a different light. The result is a wine scene that is more diverse and exciting than ever before.
In Tbilisi, old Soviet-era factories are being transformed into art hubs and techno clubs. DJs spin beats that echo the complex rhythms of our polyphonic folk music. Young designers are taking the geometric patterns of traditional textiles and weaving them into modern clothes. Even our food is changing. Chefs are deconstructing khachapuri and khinkali, making them new again in restaurants that sit next to old family bakeries. It's like our culture is always in conversation with itself.
Technology is also playing a crucial role. Georgian startups are developing apps to help tourists navigate the country's wine routes, while digital archives are preserving ancient manuscripts and musical recordings for future generations. Social media allows young artists and entrepreneurs to share their work with a global audience, showcasing a side of Georgia that goes beyond outdated stereotypes. This embrace of the new is not a rejection of the old. Rather, it is a confident assertion that Georgian culture is not a museum piece. It's a living, breathing, evolving entity, as resilient and adaptable as the vines that grow in its soil. Georgia's story is a powerful testament to the endurance of the human spirit. It is the story of a small nation that has weathered the storms of history, holding fast to its language, its faith, and its unique cultural identity. From the ancient cave city of Tbilisi to the modern art spaces of Tbilisi, we see a continuous thread of resilience. This is a culture that does not break. It bends, it absorbs, and it grows stronger. The mountains have given its people strength, and the constant flow of empires has given them a wisdom and adaptability that is truly remarkable. At the very heart of this story is the vine. The 8,000-year-old tradition of winemaking is more than just agriculture. It is the lifeblood of the nation. The Qvevri, buried in the earth, is a perfect symbol of Georgia itself, rooted deeply in its own soil, drawing strength from its history, and transforming what it is given into something beautiful and life-affirming. The survival of over 500 grape varieties is a miracle of preservation, a living library of flavor and history that is Georgia's unique gift to the world of wine. It reminds us of the value of diversity and the importance of protecting our shared natural heritage. The Supra, with its eloquent tamada and its rituals of fellowship, offers a profound lesson for our modern, fast-paced world. It teaches us the importance of slowing down, of coming together, of communicating with honesty and heart. It shows how food and wine can be powerful tools for building community and strengthening the bonds that tie us together. In an age of digital disconnection, the Georgian Supra is a vibrant reminder of our fundamental need for face-to-face human connection, for shared song, and for collective celebration. It is a feast for the soul that nourishes our common humanity. Ultimately, Georgia's message is one of hope. It is a story of how a culture can remain true to its ancient roots, while embracing the future with open arms. It shows that tradition is not a static relic, but a dynamic force that can be reinterpreted and revitalized by each new generation. The enduring vine, which first gave its fruit to humanity in this very land, continues to thrive, a symbol of life's persistence, its capacity for renewal, and its ability to produce beauty even in the most challenging of landscapes. Georgia, the cradle of wine, offers a toast to survival, to identity, and to the indomitable spirit of life itself.